Okay, so I have multiple problems. Well, I mean that's really a no start or whatever. There has to be there's no way to introduce this game. This scrap mechanic. It's been over a year, I believe, or at least roughly a year since the last meaningful update for this game. Let me open up my Steam page. If you could please load, thank you. Okay, so as you can see here, the last major update was literally just physics and wedges. For those who don't know, Scrap Mechanic is a game that's like a sandbox, physics-based mechanic kind of deal. You make machines, you fend off robots, that kind of thing. And its last update was last year, December the 5th. And the update doesn't even affect survival. Right? The update before that was challenge mode and whatever, blah, 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 blah. Now, unfortunately, you're not going to be seeing anything new. I am not new to this game. As you can see here, I actually have, like, if you recognize, like, I have no backpack. This is hard to do because you have to fiddle around with the files and whatnot, blah, 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 blah. Oh, my mic is going in on the fritz, whatever. But I'm sure, like, if you want to replicate this kind of, like, no backpack look, then you'll be able to replicate it. And, yeah, I can speak. It's currently 11 p.m. and I now have a day job. Yay, I'm employed. Hooray. This game is basically, it's dead. Kind of. Only a little bit. Axolotl, please, Axolotl Studios, please, something, do something. Please. Scrap Mechanic is an amazing game. I love it. I would really love an update. Anyways, the backpack, you can replicate this. Just search it up. I'm not gonna be like making tutorials of my own. It's pretty easy to do by yourself if you're on PC. I don't know if Scrap Mechanic's on anywhere except for PC, but whatever. So, for my next trick, this technically the first trick you guys have ever seen. This world is it's my own very own survival world that I've started. But that's not right. This is how long I've been playing the game. Or specifically this world. This world that I have what I'm assuming is more than 100 hours in. I have more than 100 hours of playing this stupid world, and I have nothing left to do. And I'm deleting it. I'm gonna start a new world from scratch. Unfortunately, nothing exciting is gonna happen. Oh yeah, by the way, these two. This is a world I had with somebody else, and this is my hacked world where I have like a bunch of stuff. All right, here I go. Yeah, let's just name it the old name. Let's just see how this goes. Industry, yeah. All right, here we go. Nice. Oh, this is interesting. This spawn is interesting because we're on a delta of sorts. I just realized how much my voice sounds different just because I have braces. Whatever. So let's start talking about my problems. First of all, my problem I have with Scrap Mechanic is you have no updates. You've had no updates. Yeah, it's been a long time. Long time since I've played. But I still remember everything. I do not remember it being left click for killing, but okay. Anyways, let me talk about the other things because literally everybody knows all of the content for this game, and I'm like, I mean, the same deal with Minecraft, right? But it's a change, which is something I need to mention. I have problems with continuing series or any series. Series, the plural of series. That thing that I said. I have a problem with doing that. This is a new series. Whoa. I'm gonna be playing Scrap Mechanic, new survival game that I haven't done anything. Whoa. But I'm not sure why I can't continue it. Probably because I don't have like the level of attention, or at least enough of retention to be able to do the same thing over and over again, week after week. So that's why I bounce around like 4 or 5 different games at a time. You know, I hope it's not too like, what do you call it, ADHD coded, I guess, at some level. It's not like I don't want to. I just find it very tiring and boring at the same, like, at some level. I still want to continue the Minecraft series. I just having trouble focusing on it because it's not like novel in some way. And so scrap mechanic begins. I'm hoping that maybe I don't have to put as much strain as I do because believe it or not, it takes, oh, who knew editing videos and doing everything by yourself is like solo is kind of straining, especially if you're new and you don't know how to navigate things like DaVinci Resolve and whatnot, and editing softwares, on top of the idea of having a job in the first place. We got two. We have one at the one over there. Okay, not really trying to be like, you know, woe is me, oh my god, but I do apologize if there's like someone out there waiting for, yeah, just one. Nope, both of you. Okay. Okay. Maybe I should explain, like, since I know everything, maybe I should explain whatever it is I'm doing in case people don't understand what goes on in scrap mechanic. If it wasn't already shown, or like you didn't watch it, the story is I crash landed my ship on this planet, this agricultural planet, and as you can see, the robots here they're not very nice. There you go. And believe it or not, this scrap metal that I'm refining is from the legs of a different kind of robot that maybe you'll be able to see later on. Oh, nope, that's fire. I also want to say that this game is genuinely kind of gorgeous. And also, by the way, there's ragdoll physics in this game. Little bit of a tip: if you manage to activate ragdoll physics before hitting the ground, you'd take significantly less damage. But I'm not seeing a real good way to do that with this specific setup. I'm usually able to do so because there's usually like, oh yeah, this is a good place. So yeah, there we go. You see, there's like basically no damage, but that's a miniature like whatever thing, whatever. Also, these are called walks, not cows, because I don't know, they're upside down. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with this playthrough. Unlike Minecraft, there's no meta. Funnily enough, there's a forced limitation when it comes to unfinished games, because you're forced to play it by the exact linear progression that it has, because there's no way to abuse anything, because there's not enough content to abuse. Nice. I should probably extinguish like the rest of the fighters, at least indoors, because I don't want to download the logbook. Oh yeah, nice. Find the mechanic station. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about when I said, you see over there, there's like a thing on my HUD. It's like 11 p.m, so I'm trying to keep it down just in case I wake a very certain someone up. Oh yeah, these two blocks. The only reason I'll ever use cheats like in this world is to get more of the block that I can't get. So for example, these two I can't, or I think specifically this microwave guy here, I can't get anywhere else. So maybe I'll end up using cheats just to get more of him, but that's in the future. That's when I need to concern myself about things like, you know, decoration. For now, there's a little bit of a nifty guy right here. For beginners, lets you learn how to build your first car, which I keep forgetting not to pick up, but you know what, it's already there. You'll see that like near the start, like when I first woke up, I immediately turned around to get to this area, and it has a couple of like useful things that you can pinch. Now believe it or not, despite these being made out of metal, they get destroyed in one hit. They're very weak, but they're very nice blocks to decorate with, especially with the context that this world, like this planet specifically, is like kind of, it's dystopian at some level. But I'm not here to nerd out about that, or at least not right now. I'm here to get to the mechanic station, because I will explain more things there. We need more bearings. Ah, yes, this lazy... He's not anything. He's a very precious guy. That takes really long to make anything, but, you know, it's okay. He's trying his best. Believe it or not, I think in this version of Scrap Mechanic, there's no regrowing of trees. I would genuinely cheat in wood just so that I could preserve the natural beauty of things. I'm that kind of guy. Alright, it's time to refine. I'm totally refining. Scrap wood. Scrap wood block. Scrap wood block. 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 Oh, how much is this? Oh my god. I don't even have any guys to beat up. Alright, nice. How fortunate. There should be some guys around here. Now, for some reason, this is behavior that's unique to specifically these people I'm about to fight. Or robots that I'm about to fight. That I don't see anywhere. I hear them. I see one, okay. I don't want to fight specifically that one. Yeah, because there's one right here. There's two main tactics you can use. But if there's too many of them, like right now, it's better to do this. Nope, I can't. Nope, you see I'm very rusty. There we go. And just hold down the ascent button for the lift. I say this like I'm like very bored. I'm not. I'm enjoying this. It's just that my brain is it's very smart. Anyways, for some reason they Axolotl decided to make the lift decrease in height instead of like having actual health. Which, you know what? It's useful because now I can do this, or I can't because I'm very good at spacing. That one lost aggro because it couldn't reach me. Yeah, sorry, bud. Ow. But yeah, the whole like short-circuiting thing, I'm fairly certain that it's behavior that's unique to the orange bots, or they're canonically called hay bots. You know, I haven't really tested it on the higher tier enemies because by that time I have a way to deal with them that doesn't really need me to use water. Alright, mothership. Well, I mean, you're not the mothership, but still. Hey. Why are you still... I thought you... How long does it take? How long do you take, dude? Okay, oh my god, this is great. This is so great. I need more wood. Let me get rid of this one. It's probably not gonna be missed. Unlike in Minecraft, where you're able to like produce something and get the desired product exactly where you produce it, Scrap Mechanic has this weird thing where there's certain structures that you have to deliver products from other structures or other places to make another thing that you can use to trade in for another thing. And it's really dumb. Well, it's not dumb. It's actually nice because like it does force you to be a little bit more in tune with the whole creating vehicles thing. It's daytime for some reason. I was literally shaving my wood and shaving. Yeah, I'm not gonna think about that. What was I talking about? Man, I need meds. I need meds. This is my brain. This is peak my brain. Hello, cow. Walk thing. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, that's right. scrap mechanic, it kind of forces you to develop transportation methods of certain things. You know, I kind of don't want to do that because that requires player input, and I'm kind of lazy. Now I need more scrap metal because it's forcing me to make the car, and one of the components requires more metal. Blah 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 blah. You need to craft things. You need to craft things better. You need to craft things while I'm away. Oh yeah, no, I got it. I'm a master crafter, scrapper, mechanicer, whatever. Once that is made up, I'll be able to modify it to carry whatever I damn well please. Then the journey really begins, where I start to dominate this world, bits and pieces at a time. You know, I actually have never seen a playstyle, really, you know, I barely am anywhere online these days, but I've personally never have seen a kind of playstyle where it's like all of the major structures of the world have like become citadels, like dystopian kind of like crushing monoliths of industry kind of deal. Probably because it takes really long. Quest completed, yay! And I probably have enough fuel for the ride all the way to the mechanic station. It's gonna be a very boring ride, but you know what? It's gonna be my first step. Anything from here that I can take? No. Yes. Yes? Yes? I can take you. You're takeable? I can take you as well? I never knew. Okay. Put this here. Nope. What else can I put? This is starting to look exactly how my brain looks at night. Let me get some stuff from over here. Old Bessie, you're stuck on a freaking thing. Wake up. Okay, goodbye, Bessie. I don't even know where the name Bessie came from. Don't think about that. If I really wanted to, I could tear down these trees, because these trees give embers because they're burning trees, but actually nah, I'll keep them because of the ambiance. Not okay, the I'm pretty sure ambiance is audio, so I'm probably talking out of my ass. This looks like the perfect ride for me, man. I don't know about you. Okay, one last sweep. Nope, there's literally everything left behind. Yeah, because I can't carry it all, and I'm not gonna come back here for a long time. Nothing seems to be able to be taken. There's probably something on top of the ship I forgot about. Yeah, I don't have room for circuit boards anyways. I'll just leave these loot boxes for later, when I do eventually come back here to do whatever it is I end up doing. That should be everything. Alright, time to take this piece of shit on the road. Increase the... That's too much power. For some reason, I always overcalculate how much power I need. We have made it to the hostile place, and we're approaching the open road. You know, that's actually something that I really appreciate from Scrap Mechanic. You can simulate like any kind of mode of transport for like, in case you want to chill out. I actually did that one time. I made a car that was made literally just for driving for really long distances, because I myself don't have a driver's license in real life, but it's still really nice to drive around places and look at the scenery. Oh my god, I have such a long way to go. But it's alright. At least I'm not getting attacked. I say as please stop. The bumpiness of these wheels are really not contributing to the handling of this car. I very clearly remember everything being more blue. Also, I hear... Oh, okay, hello. Inventory full. Yeah, that's fine. I'm fairly certain everything's supposed to be blue and not red. Could have sworn everything was blue. Am I Mandela affecting myself? Could have sworn everything was blue and not red. These doors, guess how they're opened? You just kick them down. Well, you hammer them down, but still. Ow. I was hoping to do that with no damage, but it's fine. here it is. Here is our new home. Near a relatively dangerous area. I'm gonna explain that area when I get to it. But this is it. Now there's no more quest. And literally, it's just gonna be me blabbering on. Like how I have been, but this time slightly more pointless. I'm going to somewhat avoid spoilers at some level because I kinda... Okay. Here we go. Actually, no, I want to keep the duck somewhere else. Oh, that's how people found out. I just noticed. This is the first time me noticing that this is schematics, or specifically the hay bot. Let me just unpack everything. Eventually, this little wall here, I have this habit of stockpiling a lot of stuff, like, exactly here. So, it's gonna look weird kind of quickly. Maybe making a chest would be a good idea. Actually, what is a good idea is making the actual craft bot. I need... Oh... Let me put you in a place that I'll never touch because I freaking this thing right here, I don't like it. That's not what I want you to do. Yes. You will be forgotten and you will decay. I feel like that's the most damning thing that you could say to somebody. Oh, you're going to die. Like, that's like, okay, fine, yeah, sure. But if you say you're going to be forgotten forever, I'm not here to discuss the philosophy and whatever of dying and dying truly. I'm here to play scrap mechanic. Why is that not... And I have no food for some reason, but that's fine. I don't know where my beets or tomatoes went. That's alright. Okay. We are going to the danger zone. Later. This has already been an hour recording. And I kind of just settled myself in. That's it. Damn. I just realized how boring this video might be. Alright. Whatever. Bye-bye.